Have you ever imagined what it would be like to stand on a Viking battlefield, surrounded by shields and spears, as the warrior's fate is decided? Amid the chaos, powerful and imposing figures emerge. They are not just warriors, they are symbols of courage, strength, and destiny. Today we will explore the epic story of the Valkyries, Odin's messengers, and the Skjaldmo, the legendary shield maidens who fought as equals among the Vikings. But before we begin, answer this. Do you believe women can change the course of a battle and even shape history? Comment below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more epic stories like this. The Viking Age, spanning roughly from the 8th to the 11th century, was a period marked by exploration, wars, and a belief system deeply rooted in Norse mythology. While the Vikings are widely known as explorers and raiders, their culture was much more complex. Women played essential roles in Viking society, from managing lands to participating in battles. Unlike other cultures of the time, Scandinavian women had more freedom and could choose their destinies. It was in this context that the heroic figures we will discuss today emerged. Who were the Valkyries? In Norse mythology, the Valkyries were supernatural entities serving Odin, the supreme god of Asgard. Their name literally means those who choose the slain. These mythical women were tasked with deciding which warriors would fall in battle and which would be taken to Valhalla, the Hall of Heroes, where they would await Ragnarok. The Valkyries are described as beautiful and imposing, clad in shining armor and carrying spears. They rode winged horses that could traverse the skies and even the sea. Despite their enchanting appearance, the Valkyries were feared figures as they wielded the power of destiny. One of the most well-known Valkyries is Brunhilde, or Brynhilde. According to the Volsunga saga, she was punished by Odin for disobeying him and condemned to a magical sleep surrounded by flames until awakened by the hero Sigurd. Her story is marked by love, betrayal, and tragedy, representing the struggle between duty and emotion. Another intriguing figure is Freyja, who, although a goddess, also plays a role similar to the Valkyries. Freyja presides over Folkvanga, where half of the fallen warriors gather after death. Her connection to battles and protection makes her a central figure in mythology. Skjaldmo, the shield maidens of reality. In contrast to the Valkyries, the Skjaldmo, or shield maidens, were mortal women who chose to become warriors. They trained and fought alongside men, often leading armies and bravely defending their lands. Ltha, the most famous shield maiden, imagine a woman with golden hair flowing loose, wielding a sword with determination on the battlefield. This was Ltha, whose bravery echoes to this day. According to Saxo Grammaticus's Gesta Danorum, Ltha was a warrior who defied all expectations of her time. When Ragnar Lodbrok arrived in Norway to avenge his grandfather's death, he found a group of women disguised among the warriors. Ltha stood out not only for her skill, but for leading courageously on the front lines. Her presence was so commanding that Saxo wrote, "All marveled at her incomparable feats, for her loose hair betrayed that she was a woman." But Ragnar's true test came when he tried to court her. Aware of her strength and worth, Ltha imposed challenges to prove his worthiness. Ragnar faced a fierce bear and a giant guard dog, symbols of the impenetrable barrier she represented to the weak. Only by overcoming these obstacles did he win her hand. Even after marriage, Ltha did not abandon her warrior essence. She led troops alongside Ragnar, and after their divorce returned to her homeland where she ruled independently. Her legacy is that of a woman who not only fought, but inspired everyone around her with her strength and intelligence. Freydis Eiríksdóttir, the heroine of Vinland Freydis. Eiríksdóttir is a character whose courage and complexity defy simple interpretations. The daughter of Eric the Red, she stood out in one of the most extraordinary moments of the Viking Age. The expeditions to Vinland, one of the earliest European contacts with the Americas. In one of the most memorable accounts, Freydis faced a desperate situation. During an attack by natives while many of her companions fled, she stayed to fight. Pregnant and weakened, she grabbed a fallen comrade's sword, and in a gesture both bold and symbolic, tore her tunic and struck her chest with the blade, challenging her enemies. The sight of her audacity caused the attackers to retreat, making her a living legend. However, stories about Freydis also include a darker side. In the saga of Eric the Red, she is portrayed as a ruthless and strategic figure, willing to do whatever it took to achieve her goals. During an expedition, she is said to have ordered the massacre of her trade partners to ensure control of the profits. Though controversial, this account highlights her unyielding determination and ability to make drastic decisions in extreme situations. Freydis symbolizes the complexity of the female figure in Viking culture. She was both a protector and a ruthless strategist, a woman navigating the margins of heroism and villainy, but above all refusing to accept a secondary role in a male-dominated world. The discovery of a grave in Birka, Sweden, originally interpreted as that of a Viking warrior, was revisited in 2017 by archaeologist Charlotte Hedenstierna Jonsson. DNA tests revealed the remains belonged to a woman, reigniting debates about the existence of Viking female warriors. However, this discovery was contested by scholars like Judith Jesch, who argue that women primarily held domestic roles and that depictions of female warriors are more mythological than historical. What makes these figures so fascinating is the blend of myth and reality. While the Valkyries inhabit the world of gods, the Skjaldmø walked the real battlefields. Both symbolize female power and independence, breaking the stereotypes of their eras. The Vikings believed that courage and honor were not dependent on gender but on actions. The stories of the Valkyries and the Skjaldmø show how women could be both agents of destiny and protagonists of their own journeys. The legacy of the Valkyries and the Skjaldmø lives on, inspiring generations with their stories of courage, strength and determination. Their narratives transcend time, showing that heroes can come from anywhere, whether in the world of gods or reality. And now I want to know, do you believe these figures can still be seen as symbols of equality and resistance today? Comment below and share your opinion. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more content like this. Also, check out our video on Ragnar Lodbrok, the legendary Viking king, and discover more about the epic Nordic universe.